What's up, everyone? Mr. YouTube Gamer giving you guys another Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War gameplay commentary. And I'm sure you guys didn't expect more Cold War after all the shit I've talked about this game. And recently, I've been just going back to other games in the COD series, a lot of the older games. Last video, we played some Modern Warfare 3, and before that, we played World War 2. So I'm avoiding Black Ops Cold War already, even though it only came out like 3 weeks ago? Not even. I fucking hate this game. I think it's the second worst COD of all time. Number one, of course, being Modern Warfare 2019. And this map, Checkmate, speaking of Modern Warfare 2019, am I the only one who, when I play this map, it gives me vibes of Atlas Superstore from Modern Warfare? I mean, the way that the map is laid out is very similar. It's one giant warehouse, and it's not like a 3-lane map. There's just a bunch of so many fucking lines of sight and so much shit going on that, yeah, it feels like a Modern Warfare map because those maps are fucking awful. And this map is not that great either. I guess there's some fans, people who like this map. I'm not one of those people. I don't really like most of the maps in Cold War, although they're not quite as bad as Modern Warfare, because Modern Warfare sucked partially because the map design was flawed. Like, I mean, no one's gonna try to argue that Piccadilly and Euphrates Bridge are good maps. I mean, I hope not. I mean, I'm sure there's maybe a few people out there that think that Modern Warfare is just a perfect game. But am I the only one that fucking hates these execution animations? Like, why do I need to see some fucking cutscene of a fucking nerd coming up behind me with a knife and stabbing me to death? Like, I get it. I died. Like, why do we need to drag this on? Anyway. Yeah, the thing about Modern Warfare, a part of the reason why the maps flowed like shit is because the gameplay was so fucking slow. It encouraged camping heavily because you had the doors and you had a lot of bullshit in that game. And it was definitely, the overall gunplay was geared towards a more tactical, slow-paced experience than the traditional Call of Duty experience had, where it's all run and gun, it's all about rushing. You can't rush in Modern Warfare. You cannot rush in that game. At least in this game, you can move around. And I feel like, and the reason why I decided to make this video is because I actually had a lot of fun in this gameplay. Now, early on, it doesn't seem like I'm doing so well, but you'll see, you know, after I switch the M16 and I get kind of like a lay of the map, and yeah, I'm playing a little bitchy. Like, you'll see during the rest of the game that I'm not rushing anymore. Oh, that was a close one. I thought I was going to die there. And the reason why I'm not rushing is because, really, I can't trust this fucking map. There's no real flow to it. You can get shot from any fucking direction, so I'm just gonna play it safe. So what I'm doing is what I like to call camp rushing. I'm not quite camping in one particular spot, but I am sort of camping because I'm not moving. I'm not really rushing. I'm not, like, rushing around the whole map. I'm not moving around too much, but I'm moving around enough where I'm not just camping in one spot, but I'm also not rushing either. It's camp rushing. I don't know if anyone's ever used that term before, but I'm gonna take that shit. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do, because first of all, I don't want the spawns to flip, because if the spawns flip in a map like this, it's just gonna be chaos, because it's not like your typical 3-lane map where the flow of the map is pretty easy. No, this map is fucking, I think it's trash. I definitely think whoever worked on Atlas Superstore had a hand in this map, because it's fucking awful. I really don't like this one. I don't like most of the maps in Cold War, but at least you can fucking move. That's what I like about Cold War. The overall, like, the core gameplay of Cold War is solid. I like how the weapons feel. I like how fast-paced the game is. I like almost everything about Cold War. But then why do I call it the second worst COD of all time? Well, it's because of skill-based matchmaking and the awful score streak system. Those two things just fucking kill the game for me. I mean, yeah, there are also bugs and glitches and shit, but every COD has that. I mean, Treyarch has a lot of buggy shit. Like, every Black Ops game has had bugs and issues, like, more so than Infinity Ward, I feel. But I think that you can look past that, because Black Ops 2 had a lot of issues, but it's still one of the greatest CODs of all time. So I'm not going to try to hold it against it too much that the game has a lot of technical bugs. And you can see in this gameplay there's a little bit of a stutter going on, so the performance isn't that great. I am on a 2060 Super, so I'm playing on PC. And the 2060 Super is not like a high-end card. It's not like really powerful. But at the same time, Modern Warfare, which is a more graphically impressive game, let's be honest. I mean, even if you love Cold War and hate Modern Warfare, you got to admit that Modern Warfare looks a lot better. I know graphics aren't everything, but the fact that I'm getting some hiccups on my performance, the optimization is obviously not good in this game, because Modern Warfare, again, looks a lot better, is a lot more impressive from a graphical standpoint. I'm able to run that game ultra settings, 1440p, 144 FPS. So it ain't my rig that's the problem here. It's obviously the way this game is optimized. So there's a lot of work that they have to do as far as optimization, as far as the presentation, the visual presentation of this game. There's a lot of work that they can do. But overall, they don't really have to do much to the gameplay. Keep the gameplay the way it is, and really you can't change the core gameplay of any game. Like Advanced Warfare, the exosuits just fucking sucked, and there's nothing that they could do to fix that, really. So there's some Call of Duty games that don't play well no matter what they try to change, no matter what, because the game's already out, and they decide to put the exosuits in, and that was just fucking terrible. Advanced Warfare is probably the third worst COD of all time. But that's the thing about Cold War that's different from why Advanced Warfare and Modern Warfare sucked. The core gameplay of those games were awful, but the actual gameplay of Cold War is fun. I had a fucking blast in this game, but usually I'm having a fucking terrible time in Cold War because of this SBMM. Every match is so fucking tight and sweaty. I don't want that experience in Call of Duty. I mean, every once in a while, sure, but for that to be the entire multiplayer experience, it just doesn't work for me, because Call of Duty is such a fast-paced, casual experience at its core, and the gameplay hasn't changed. It is the same gameplay that we've had in older Call of Duties, but then they try to add in this whole competitive dynamic to it. I don't think it works. I really don't think it works, and that's why this game, in its current state, is terrible. It's a terrible experience because it doesn't, the competitiveness, this game is way too competitive. Bring Call of Duty back to its casual roots. I mean, the gameplay is the same, like I said. This game doesn't play that differently from the older Call of Duty games that we know and love. But the way the matchmaking works, it doesn't make any sense. There's no flow to it. And I think that's why people hate this game so much. And if they tone it down significantly, I think Cold War can actually be a great game. And if they put the score streak system back to the way it was also, because the score streaks are also pretty fucking terrible in the way that they work right now. But yeah, that's the thing about Cold War, is that Treyarch is making the game suck for no reason. I mean, the gameplay doesn't suck. It's the way that SBMM works right now. And the reason why I had fun is because the SBMM did not work. And that's the truth. How often, playing a match of Cold War, do you have a 22-point lead over the enemy team? I don't know. I guess I was doing shitty the last few games, so they put me in an easier lobby. I think that's what happened. I wasn't smurfing or anything. I wasn't reverse boosting whatever these other people are doing. I was just playing the game regular. But I had fun because for that one moment, SBMM did not work. So if SBMM just goes away and doesn't work, I think this will be a great game. But that's what they have to do, and I don't think Treyarch actually wants to do that. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.